Today is 31st of August 2025. Today is a Sunday, the last day of the month of August 2025. Do not forget, as you are enjoying yourself, walking free in liberty, living your life, enjoying your life, don't forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the dungeon as usual, as he has been for many years. Today is a Sunday. Today is the last day of the month. Today is a month and a few days to his court case on 10th of October. And I want us to remember today a few people who have contributed one way or the other to this struggle and who are already passing through a lot of challenges, either in the pursuit of this cause or in their personal lives. Chief of which is our leader himself, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us remember him in our prayers today. Let us remember the sacrifice that he has had to make for the emancipation of Ndigbo around the world, sacrificing his own family, sacrificing his own pleasure, sacrificing everything that means dear to him in life, just to make sure that he contributes his own quota to the freedom and, the free will of Ndigbo around the world. So first person we remember is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Put him in your prayers today. Make sure you do that. Make sure you say a word to God for him, and make sure you put him in your prayers. If possible, read a Bible verse for him, or if possible, say a very prophetic word for him today. Don't forget that, because as you know, prayer is the key and it works like magic. Also, let us remember Mazi Maxwell Opara, Nnamdi Kanu's legal counsel, that was sent on an unknown journey, set out to a journey of the unknown to deliver a misery, to deliver messages, to deliver petitions, to rally the world, to galvanize support for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This man is a firebrand that has recently ignited that fire of Biafran spirit and set out on this journey to Europe and United States of America. As you are aware, we have already started feeling the result of this journey. So let us remember him in our prayers, that God in his infinite mercy will grant him journey mercy, and whatever he set out to do, he will achieve success for Nnamdi Kanu. As you're eating rice on this Sunday, or chicken or meat or goat meat, please remember these people. Do not be carried away by the enjoyment of life. As you can see me, today is Sunday, but I am still here. I do not sleep at night. I do not even know if I have a life except this cause, because I believe that it's better to suffer myself today and enjoy Biafra tomorrow. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release is our duty, and we must make sure that all of us, one way or the other, contribute to this cause, even if it's by speaking, praying, shouting, discussing, talking, traveling, whatever little way you can do. Remember that you are important to this cause. So Maxwell Opara has our prayers today. Maxwell Opara has our dedication today. Maxwell Opara has our remembrance today. Let all of us channel our mind to pray for him and remember him, even as we enjoy today being Sunday, the last day of the month. Also, somebody very important we need to also remember. This man also is a senior advocate of Nigeria, one that is representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court, but as you remember, lost two of his daughters within 2 years. Lost two daughters under 2 years. This man is actually suffering. He is actually not in a place any of us would like to be. He is a Biafran. He is an Igbo man of what? He is an intellectual. He is a compendium of knowledge. He is a lawyer. His name is Barrister San Onyechi Ikpeazu. Few weeks ago, I have done a video on his loss, eulogizing him and also consoling him. Remember that video very well. But I know very well that up to today, his daughter cannot come back from the grave. So that the pain still lingers around him. And that is the reason why even throughout Mazi Kanu's court case, you have not really felt his impact personally, and he has not been that vocal in court like the others. And this is because of the death of his daughter. So let us remember him today, because also Nigeria actually happened to his daughter, the one that died last, because as we heard, she died from an accident. And you know how bad the roads in this country can be, and I'm sure that that was the reason why the driver that was driving her somehow, committed that blunder and she lost her life through an accident. That girl was about to be called to bar. She just finished her law school, but an accident in Nigeria, took her life. And that is also paying the ultimate price for being in this contraption where, everything can consume you at any time. We just live in borrowed time, and it's only God that knows our tomorrow from our today. So, Barrister Echikwazu, you are well remembered in our prayers, and I want all of you out there watching me right now to please, as you are eating your Sunday rice and chicken, do not forget these people who have contributed, and if possible, pay the ultimate price. Being in the construction of Nigeria happened to many of them, as Nigeria is really showing Nnamdi Kanu one of the reasons why it is the worst country perhaps in this world, if not even the worstest. Let me use that language, permit me. So please, Barrister Echikwazu, we love you and we say take heart, we remember you. We will never stand alone. Moving on, someone else who we should remember today, the last day of the month of August, is a special person to the minds and the struggle. Someone who is very important spiritually, emotionally to the struggle that we are facing through. Somebody who means a lot to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody who actually is a spiritual presence and very important to his mental health. Somebody who has dedicated her life to him, dedicated her soul, her spirit, her body to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But for one reason or the other, is passing through health challenges. Recently had an operation in the hospital and is recuperating. This woman has passed through emotional trauma, emotional stress, drained, BP, call it whatever you want. She has seen the worst of life, even in her youth of life. She is the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Lolo Uchechi Oku Kanu, the wife that God gave him, and the woman who has a child for him, a woman who is moving up and down, fighting also for his release. The woman is still recuperating from sickness. Please put her in your prayers. It doesn't matter what you feel about her. What matters is that she needs your prayers right now. That is the least you can do. And I'm sure that whatever mindset we have for anyone, at least I know that life is more important than everything. So whatever you're doing right now, please remember Lolo Uchechi Kanu. Those of you who are close to her, you can put a word to her also and let her know that we also have her in our minds and our spirits and in our soul. It's not easy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing trial while his wife is also facing health trial. This is a very trying time for the family of Nnamdi Kanu directly, and it's not easy because there's a boy who knows his father is in prison and his mother is in hospital. So please, let's say a prayer and let's remember her today. Moving also, let us remember, the people in captivity, mostly people from Southeast who are living in captivity as we speak, who have been kidnapped in our bushes, whose farms have been razed, whose crops have been destroyed in Ehamufu. In other parts of the Southeast, mothers who are crying for their livelihood, our sisters who are passing through violations from this criminal element in Oka, in Amansi, in Oka North, in Onitsha, and all around Igbo land. This is a time to remember each and every one of them and to pray to God to remember them and set them free from captivity. We also pray a heavy prayer for Okigwe in Imo State, a town that has been occupied by elements that we do not know, who are wreaking havoc, chasing away everybody from the town and rendering it empty and inhabitable to human life. We also pray that today God's hand will liberate that town. Please, wherever you are, we ask for your prayer for that town this 31st of August, that definitely life will come back to Okigwe town and any other town that is passing through, I'm sure, Olu also, towns who are already facing dark tribulations. We pray that normalcy returns to those towns and we can live, we can live and pursue the struggle without having our towns being violated and our families being destroyed. Also, let us remember the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us remember the brothers and sisters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his uncles and aunties, and the entire extended family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. His father, Royal Majesty, the Igwe, late Igwe of, Opara Nnamdi Kanu's community, who happens to be his father. The family, him and his wife, they lost their lives because of the trauma of the Python dance. And now the family has to also live with the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is in the cell for the past 6 years. This is not the best times for that family. So I want all of us to please remember them in our prayers. Remember that this family, I call them the first family of Biafra because they have led by example. They have given all for the struggle. They have given a father, a mother, and now they're giving a son for us. What more do we ask for from Nnamdi Kanu's family, brothers and sisters? What more do we ask for them? That is why I will not tolerate any disrespect to any member of Kanu's family, be it his wife, his children, his sisters and brothers. I will not tolerate any disrespect. They deserve our forgiveness all the time. No matter how perfect they are or not, they deserve our forgiveness because they have given us everything that they have for this struggle. So respect yourselves. For people who maybe want to pick sides, people who want to pick finger on his wife or pick on his brother or his sister or his uncle or auntie, to be careful because, see, let me tell you, nobody is perfect. And yes, we all have our challenges. But when somebody is willing to die for you, what more? What more can you ask for the person? Nnamdi Kanu was asked in the court a question. He said he is willing to spend even more time in the cell than the one he has spent already. Is he dead? What is 1 more year? What is 2 more years? He doesn't care. If he wanted to leave that cell, he would have left there since. But he doesn't want to be compromised. Most recently, he was given an offer. And he would have left there by now, working for APC or whatever party they wanted. But Kanu said, I will leave here when you people accept that the courts have already set me free. I will leave here on merit. I will leave the prison on merit, not on favor. And that is the Biafra we want. The Biafra where everybody will be, treated with merit. No favoritism. Anything you work for, you get. Anything you do not work for will not be handed over to you because of your status or your credentials. And that is the prayers that we want today. The 31st day of August 2025, a day of blessing, a day of miracle. And I believe something strong is coming out today. I don't know why. So I want you to always understand that whenever we call for prayer, whenever we call for understanding and love, take it serious. Because remember, who can battle with the Lord? Nobody. About a month and few days to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case, and we are still here watching silently for that day to come. For those of you who love Biafra, for those of you who love Nnamdi Kanu, I advise you, stick strong with your love, because there is no greater power than love itself. Supporters family around the world, we are a family of truth. We are a family of purpose and we are a family of faith. And with faith, we can move all mountains. There is nothing impossible with faith. Wherever you're watching me around the world, Europe, America, Asia, Antarctica, Middle East, Israel, whatever country you're watching us, God bless you. And remember, that Igbo man around you is your brother. Please treat him with respect. Help whenever you can. And give whatever you can. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, turn on notification, and select the bell that says all to get notified whenever we release a video. I have been your host, Chi Ne Du. Thank you for watching my video. So I'll see you next one. Peace.